Dr. Wayne Dyer says what we focus on grows. I don't know if that's his saying, but he said it, and I like Dr. Wayne Dyer, and I agree with that. So, as it relates to your life and recovery, you probably heard me say many times my experience with baseball, where I was so afraid to strike out in high school. After being a good ball player up until that point, I had a coach that really ruined my confidence, and I was so afraid to strike out that I'd get up there and say, don't strike out, don't strike out. So what do you think I did? Until I finally figured out that it's fun to hit the ball. I love hitting the ball, and mentally I started saying that, and guess what I started doing? So what you focus on grows. I hear a lot of people in recovery saying, I'm an addict, and I think it's good to have that accountability and that realization and that acknowledgement, but in the big book it does say, we have recovered, past tense, from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and being, as a result of a spiritual awakening. So that acknowledgement is important, but to harp on it for the next, rest of your life, 20 years, whatever, I just don't think it helps. So I always identify as a recovered alcoholic. Now, as we progress in life and search to obtain monetary things, fiscal stuff, right? A home, cars, better business opportunities, better career path, all of that stuff. That is a whole nother layer of progression, which I think progress is imperative to our recovery. You see a lot of people who maybe they have the time in recovery, but there's just not much that I envy about them outside of that, right? They're miserable people. They're, just a long list of things that maybe I don't necessarily aspire towards, but I do admire their ability to not drink and drug. I mean, that's cool. But, I just want more out of my life personally. And it's a decision I think we all have to make. Like, what do you want, right? So that's why it's imperative to focus on what you want. Like, I'm driving to go pick up my daughter right now. I actually just got a little bit lost, but I'm dropping off some stuff for my kids. And as I was backing out, I thought to myself, like, I had this vision of hitting somebody, like getting into a wreck. And I immediately had to get that out of my brain and convert that to, I'm a good driver. I'm a safe driver. I haven't been in, I stay safe, rather than don't get hit, don't get into an accident. Like, I don't even want that seed planted in my head. So I immediately turned it around. That's what made me think about doing this video. So, what I focus on at this point in my life, and I've had ups and downs in the real world in 12 years when it relates to, money and success or lack thereof. I've had a home, I've had cars, and they've come and they've gone. Right now I'm coming out of a divorce and, rebuilding, and what I do is the whole fake it till you make it thing. Like, I focus on, I am successful, I'm happy, I am doing what it takes to be successful, rather than I'm broke, I'm scared, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I pay all the bills, and at the end of the month I've got just a couple $100 left. I can look at that one of two ways. I used to look at it and go, oh my gosh, I only have this much money, this is horrible, how am I gonna, this anxiety sets in. Whereas now, what I do is I think, holy crap, I have all of this stuff paid. I paid all my bills, yet I still have $200 in my bank account, or $300 or $1,500, whatever it is, right? Like, that's amazing. I'm so grateful for that. So I'm focusing on the gratitude and focusing on the fact that my bills got paid, focusing on the positive, and let that grow, rather than the anxiety and this perpetual state of scarcity, right? I want to focus on the abundance. And you know what? It's manifesting. And we'll see. I'm documenting the journey. We'll see what happens in the next couple of years, next 2, 3, 5, 10 years. I've already had the home. I've already had the good paying jobs. I've had the income, and what I'm aspiring towards is more abundance, successful businesses, high paying career, assets, homes, properties, things like that. I don't need a mansion on the hill. I don't need a Ferrari. I'm not greedy to the extent that I need all this stuff. Like, I personally want to give back, and help as many people as possible, and then, free up the most valuable thing, my time. But I have to be very, very selective and careful about what I focus on. That's the message of this video. What you focus on will grow. All right. And I'm at my place where I got to drop off this stuff for my kids.